Hey guys, and welcome to the new tutorial in Java. In this tutorial I would like to show how we can implement a class. So let's see how we can do it. Here we have a class of person, but we need to save or we need to store object of persons somewhere. For example, if we have like a program to add person in an array list, we cannot have it in the main method, because in the main method we don't want other people who is not related to our code, who is not interested in our code, to see how we have written different methods to, for example, adding a person in the array list, or removing a person from an array list, or other methods which we are going to write it here. So let's start. We are creating another class, file, name it implement person, point Java. So here what we need to store object of person, so we can have it array list, or a linked list, or other data structures some that are exist in Java. So let's start with declaring an array list, and type is person, because we are going to store person object in this array list. We need to import array list here. Then inside the constructor, sorry, just copy paste here name of the class, and we have empty constructor. Here we can write list is equal to new array list. Data which is going to store inside is of type person or class person. Now we would like to write our own method to add a person. For example, if we want that in this array list all persons which are, for example, age of the person is less than 20, should be at the beginning of the list, or at the end of this array list. Or maybe if we have, for example, name of the persons, all persons which their names start with A or B, be at the beginning of this array list. So how we can do it? We can create another method, public. Then what we do, we just put something in the list, so we don't need to return something. We write public void add person. We are sending person information, person here, object of person here. Then what should the program do? Okay, for simplicity we can just write now add p, and we will test it. We go back to the test person, remove everything from here and from here. Then we have already created two objects of persons. Then we need to put or store these two objects inside this array list which we have here, what do we need is first creating object of this class. So as we know, by creating the object of this class, we write name of the class, then we give a variable like person new name of the class, and because we have empty constructor here, so we don't need to give information inside this parenthesis. So let's see if we can have access to this method. We write this variable, because by writing this name of the variable, which is referring to the object of a class, then point, now we have access to all methods which is located inside this class. So we have written a method now which is called addPerson, and here we send the object of person. We have P here. Yes, it works. And P2, one way. Second way, to have shorter code, we do not need to create like object of person and store it in a variable. Inside this method here, inside, we can write this instead of P2, for example, we can write new person and give the object, for example, it's new person has first name, last name, and we give inside this parenthesis without declaring first two object of the person and then putting inside this class. So what is this method do? It takes this object of this person and put it in this list. Let's see if we can print out the objects, or these objects which we have stored here. We go to this class, write public void print person. What do you want? We want that this method print out all objects that we have stored inside this list. So let's see, we can use system out print line and send this list inside this parenthesis, because we have already written a toString method here in this class. Then when we call system.out.println, it will print all information of the object. For example, the first name, last name, and age of the person. So let's see if we can call this method here inside our main class, which in our case is person class. So we can, by writing the variable which is referring to this class, we have access to all methods that is located inside this class. So we have declared or created object of implement person class here. Then if we write the name of the variable, and after that here we have written this method, we can call this one and run the program. The program should return information like the first name information which is existing under this toString method, like first name is plus first name, last name is plus last name, and the age of the person. So let's run the program. Yes, first name is Lars, last name is, and he is 23 years old. First name is Frederick, last name is Peterson, and he is 33 years old. Uh, and the third person, uh, Frederick last, and last name is, sorry, so we can see the, yeah, first name is Frederick here, Frederick last, uh, name is Peterson. In this way, we can add more methods in this class to do something with our list. For example, removing an object from this list, or for example, get returning name of a specific person or age of a specific person, uh, and so on. So this tutorial was about implementing of a class by using another class and using ArrayList. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. See you on next tutorial. Have a nice time.